Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can create an assignment with a rubric on it. First, as usual, we go to the Turn Editing On. Once the page is already in the editing mode, we can proceed to the topic where we're going to create the assignments on. In this case, I'm going to have the assignments on data quality topic. So click on Add an activity or resource. Click on the assignment, Add, and it will open the setting page of our assignment. So you can name the assignment, say in here I'm going to name it as term paper data quality. If you want to have additional descriptions, you can add here. Otherwise, you can proceed to the next part of the settings. If you have any template for the assignments, you can add the template file here. And this is where we're going to set the durations of the assignment. Say I want to have the assignments to be submitted from today up until June 23rd. We can leave the remaining as is. And I want to be reminded to grade all the assignments by 30th of June. This is the part where we're going to set the kind of submissions we are expecting from the students. If you're expecting a file to be submitted, you can specify how many files the students should submit. Say I want to have only one file and the maximum file size is 20 megabyte, then you can have it as is. Otherwise, if you're expecting the link from the students, you can provide the online text. It will provide a space in the submission where the students can copy paste of the online file where they actually put on external storage. In this case, I'm going to proceed with file submission with one uploaded files. This is where we're going to set the rubric. If you proceed to grade, here there are points on how much mark that you're going to grade the students' work. We can have simple direct grading, or what I'm going to show you today, we can actually use rubric. Okay, you can put the grade to pass if you feel that it is necessary for the students to know how much the mark that they should try to obtain to pass the assignment. Otherwise, you can leave it as is. Save and return to the course. If you have a look now, we do have the assignments generated here. So to set up the rubrics, you have to make sure that the term paper assignment is in edit settings. So click on edit settings. While you have this setting page open, go to administration and there is an advanced grading. This is where we're going to have the rubric created. Click on advanced grading and define rubric. Okay, so in the define rubric, we're going to create a new rubric from scratch because we don't have one yet. So we're going to create a new rubric from scratch, and this is my rubric for term paper. Again, if you feel that there's additional descriptions you need to put in, feel free. Otherwise, this is where we're going to create the rubric on. I have prepared a rubric which I actually get it from online search. So you can actually search on online as simple as Google search. You will be able to find so many sample rubrics. So I have this with me. I'm going to use this to set up my rubric. Okay, so to ease the copy paste process, I have both windows side by side. So this is where we're going to have the rubric implemented on italeem. So in here we have criterion, which some rubric they call it as dimension. It doesn't really matter. So this is the criterion that we're going to put. Okay, so this is the criteria. We're going to copy and paste the criteria. So the first criteria is the completeness and response quality and clarity of thought. So I have it here. Okay, and then we're going to add the scale. So you can start from the lowest to the highest or from the highest to the lowest. It's up to you. What matters is that we have to make sure that everything is provided to the students properly. So I'm going to copy and paste this one. So it starts from 5. Okay, and then this is 4. If you want to add another level, you can click on add level. Okay, so it will add another level, another column here on the scale. Otherwise, you can proceed to the next criterion. Once it is finished, you can check, make sure that all the criterion and scale are properly displayed. Okay, once it is finished, we can save the rubric and make it ready. Okay, so this is the rubric that we have just created for this assignment. Okay, now we're going to have a look what the students view when they are submitting the assignments using this rubric. Okay, now I'm in the students account where the students actually viewing my course page. As you can see, just now I have added this term paper data quality and I want the students to submit. As you can see from the students account, this is how the rubric shown. So the students will be able to know when is the due date and the grading criteria. By having this, the student would have some ideas on what are the items or what are the things that we are looking for in the assignments. So once the student is ready to add submission, they will click on add submission and then they will drag and drop the file here. Let me just drag and drop one sample essay as an example. Okay, so the student have just uploaded the assignment. As you can see in here, we have one file submitted by the student. And now the lecturer should be able to see the submission in the lecturer's account. Okay, now we are back in the lecturer's account. If you have a look here, this is the assignment that we have just now. You click on the assignment and you should have one submission here. If you click on view all submission, you can see that there's one file that have just been submitted by our student just now. You can proceed to the grade. Okay, so earlier I have made some annotation here or comments. You can actually annotate the file that the student have submitted with marker or with free annotation. What is important is that you have to make sure and inform your students to submit the file as PDF. Having a PDF file submitted, it is easier for the system to load the file in the grading page. Once you are ready to mark the assignment, you can extend this grading page. Click on the cross button and this is where we're going to put the marks in. So say for completeness, I'm going to give mark. Click on the sections that you want to pick. So it has to be marked with green and then put the mark. So here I'm going to put 4. For organization, say I'm going to give 3. So click on the section on the scale and then put the mark. Same thing for accuracy, I'm going to put 4, and for resources I'm going to put 4. Okay, once it is done, you can minimize the grading page, and then you can put additional feedback. Save change, and this will actually notify the students that we have finished with the grading. Okay, so you should get this pop-up message: the changes to the grade feedback was saved. Click OK, and the students should be able to view the file and our comments now in their account. We can go back to our page here, just leave. Okay, and let's have a look what do we have in the students account. So this is the students account again. If they click on the term paper, so the status will be graded now, and they can actually have a look here. If they scroll down, they can actually see the feedback on their work. So in this case, they got 4 for completeness, they got 3.5 for organizations, and so on and so forth. They can actually have a look, and the additional feedback is given here, including the annotated PDF that we created just now. Okay, so I hope that helps. If you need further video tutorial on functionalities of italeem, feel free to let me know, and inshallah I will try my best to make it available for you. All the best, good luck, assalamualaikum.